Alright, so originally I was pretty excited about starting week 5 earlier, but I quickly realized I made a few mistakes on my own, which prevented me from continuing to progress. And because of that, I'm going to have to slightly adjust my strategies. See, originally I was going to be able to hit the weights again. I think I was going to go for 205 on the super squats, on the breathing squats. But that Sunday I started to notice a few minor issues. Felt like just some junk in my body needed to get flushed out. I did nothing about it. Woke up Monday morning, stuffy nose, had a huge mucus buildup, so I couldn't breathe properly. And it's hard to do breathing squats without breathing properly. And also to help slow down the mucus buildup, I stopped drinking milk for several days, which also slowed down all the materials my body needed to continue growing more. So for pretty much most of week 5, I didn't quite progress on the most important lifts for this, which is the squat mainly, and also had a bit of trouble with the stiff-legged deadlift. So I got better on the overhead press, which I'm proud of, but that's not the basis of the super squat routine. So because of that, week 5, I didn't get very far. So because of that, I'm also not going to be gaining as much weight as I could have. Birds, or something. Oh, squirrels. I think they're mating. Week 6, going to adjust my approach slightly so I can continue to progress on the last time, and then I finally get to be done. It's been hard, but it's been good. Hopefully I can be as optimistic by next week, at the end of this week. Unless I totally screwed up the weeks again like I did last time, where I just finished week 5 and thought I was just starting week 4. So I kind of dropped off the boat on not recording week 6 immediately after having done week 6 of the Super Squats program, which is why I edited in week 5 immediately before this, because I hadn't actually edited it and released it beforehand. So now you get week 5, 6 and my final review all at once. Well, first of all, starting off in week 5, I thought I was on week 6. I was so focused on doing the stuff I got confused over which week I was actually on. So if I kept in the parts where I was saying I was on week 6, I wasn't. I was only on week 5. And it was the next week that was actually my last one. But the same problems persisted. I hadn't done my best on it, so I didn't continue making gains the way I had the first 3 or 4 weeks. The first 3 or 4 weeks I gained about 15 pounds. I didn't really gain any at all after that, because I started hitting all these walls that I created myself, such as not working hard enough, not taking precautions for health, such as all the breathing stuff from the mucus that I felt that prevented me from drinking milk and all that. Why do I say all that? I say that way too often. I'm sick of it. I'm going to try to stop that now because I can't stand it anyway. Because of many problems that I caused myself, I didn't gain 20 to 30 pounds on super squats. I only gained 15. But those 15 were very hard fought and they seem to be sticking around. I haven't dipped below 180 in the past several weeks since. And I don't have my training journal out right now to verify how long I've been on this other routine afterwards. But based off my experience on super squats routine, I actually wrote my own routine, primarily focusing on the one large intense set such as the super squats used. And with that, I have gained nearly 3/4 of an inch to each arm in about 3 weeks, I'll say. It's averaged about 1/4 inch a week because my body had already gained 15 pounds of mass and I'd never really done any serious arm work beforehand. My body was primed and ready for additional growth in the extremities. So I've started some direct arm and calf work. Those have both started to grow extremely quickly. Those weren't hit very hard at all during the super squats program, which is mainly when my legs especially were growing. Now they top off at about 24.5, when before they were probably between 23 and 23.5. And this is measuring the middle of the thigh. So they've gained about 1 inch, 1.5 inches over the 6 weeks of super squats. And that's the size for the legs plus my weight. I went up 15 pounds. I always weigh in at least 180 now. And so from that growth and from the lessons I learned on super squats, which I really enjoyed, they're just really hard. I can't do squats that intensely normally. It's me. I can't do it. really hope this wind doesn't screw it up. A little gust of wind just came by. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I'm still recording. I'll be linking, most likely in the description at least, might throw up an annotation or something, to workout A out of 2 workouts I alternate between that I'm using now after super squats, which I'm using to further build size and strength based off the foundation I use in super squats. Now the way this works is I work out anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week depending on how much I feel like I'm able to do. My body's able to recover, how busy I am, all that. And I fit it in every one, I do a different one. So it's workout A, then B, A and B. Pretty simple. I recorded A, hopefully next week, or yeah, this week actually, I'll be able to record workout B. I don't know. But I can say for sure, super squats is pretty amazing. You just have to be able to live up to working with it, because the last half of it, I didn't hold up my end of the bargain pretty much. The bargain was I buy the book that was printed with the system that worked, and I did the work. The last half, I didn't do the work, so I didn't get the results. The first half I did, really pleased with the results. Later this year, I might do the cycle again. Very good program. I'm using that as a basis, as a jumping stone, to facilitate further gains, primarily in size, because I've been focusing on strength for a while, so I haven't been getting much bigger until now. So I'm starting to repeat things. I have a horrible tendency of doing that too. I'm not always direct to the point, so I'm just going to end this now before I ramble. Out.